Alright, time for a JAX game. I will be playing this one against a Karthus here. Let me order that correctly. Gonna place the ward at the end. Now you can potentially opt to keep your warding trinket on JAX for ward hops, but it can be useful, not really though. Like, I'd rather have the sweeping trinket for the vision control, even if it costs me like a ward hop, in case you're wondering that, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there up front. So I'm still switching, still placing the ward. Alright, starting out here. Take the E, get a bit of damage reduction on this. We're just gonna look for a full clear, most likely. JAX is a champion though, you should not underestimate it. JAX is definitely a champion that can early gank, because you essentially have a targeted stun, because you can EQ onto a target and get a free stun on the target, which is very good for a gank, especially into immobile champions. So there might be an option here where we could look for something. But yeah, I mean, consistency wise, it is just obviously very good to go for a full clear, get that money in there, get that XP in there. JAX skills extremely well with levels, so there is that. Yeah, your W is an auto attack reset, so be sure to use it as one. Your E is just a dodge, right? Like, it also is AoE damage, but like mostly that dodge, right? You definitely want to make sure that you use that right as you're about to get hit by a camp. So you see me open camps with auto attack W, and then I just instantly press dodge after, because that pretty much gets all the dodge procs, as you can see. And this also fixes like a lot of damage, AoE damage on your camp, which kind of makes it so that you can, if you use it correctly, just clear the camp relatively fast. I'm also splitting damage to the small raptors here, so I actually do damage to those. So I actually have more AoE damage. If I kept focusing the big one, that would not be too helpful for me. So that is something I'm definitely not trying to do here. I'm just gonna keep clearing here for now. Alright, I'm gonna split my damage, one auto attack on each, and then the big one should basically die to the next hit. Perfect. Just keep clearing. It is not gonna be the fastest of fast clear, but it will definitely not be terrible. So there's that. I can use my E before I get hit there. And drag it over this way. Cancelled on auto attack, rip me. Top lane is getting heavily pressured here. We do want to finish our camp clear at this point. We're gonna be relatively slow, but it is that, like, just, yeah, it is what it is, really. It's gonna be a pretty tough one to get very quick here on JAX. Tiamat's what gives you a lot of clear speed. Okay, that's not great. Does he have flash? I don't know if he has flash. There's a Karthus here. I should be able to fight him, actually. It's a Karthus, and like, there's no way he gets to fight me. That hits me, but I don't die. I still had the ability to flash, but I didn't think he was going to hit me like more times than one there. If he exhausted me, I probably would have had to flash out a little bit, but he didn't exhaust me for some reason, so I guess we take those. Let's go here. We just press E, stun him, auto attack, and then W. So you flash Q in that situation, and then I just auto attack W to get the auto attack reset off the W, so I can get a bit more damage. The flash and then Q and then E as you land, you get the stun off of it, and you're looking pretty good. All right, let's get the tiamat here, so we have very respectable clear speed. If you can afford tiamat on the first back, that is amazing. I do think tiamat is the way to go. You can technically go Trinity Force first on jungle as well. However, it does impact your clear speed by quite a bit, especially since they not kind of nerfed the E a bit this patch actually. So there is that to keep in mind. Your Tiamat just guarantees you good clear speed, so that's why we're going for it. In case you're wondering why I don't go for a bot scuttle there, because Karthus actually gets to contest me on that potentially if he wants to, and I rather have my XP tempo going towards my next camps here, because the camps I'm now going for with the Crux respawn and the Raptors respawn, those are worth way more than going for that bot scuttle in that position, and the Karthus came out of base there basically fresh. So he could actually contest me there. I also don't have any bot priority, so it's not going to be a favorable fight for me to go for whatsoever. It's better to just catch the tempo of my next rotation, which is something you definitely need to keep in mind. I see a lot of people go double scuttle, like as an angle on the jungle, and that's just never really a good play, because you lose potentially a lot of tempo towards your other camp, and it's very contestable with the enemy jungler as well, especially with bad lane positions. So we're just going to keep clearing for now. Gonna smite that one as well, why not? Right. Mundo does kill Mar by himself, okay. So we cleared everything here. We are level 6. We might be able to look for a mid gank because Malzahar has his ult available to him. And as soon as a Malzahar has ult available, you always go gank that lane pretty quickly. So let's just see. I mean, I'm down to gank this. I just need the Malzahar to walk up for it. Please just click ult. Thank you. Gonna let my E just time out there. And then that way I can kind of get the dodge at the last second of Malzahar ult to kick in. Right there as well, I made sure to hold my leap. And then I just, like, hit the Trist as she was about to leave. We're gonna auto-attack the first one, group them together a little bit. And then we're just gonna press E now. And we just focus one at a time. Karthus is top lane, but we are focusing Void Grubs right now. He most likely will show up here. Not in time, though. He's going to help top lane shove. That's fine for me. Hold my smite for the last one, since that's the most likely to be contested. And then we just leave right now. Not going to try to defend the wave. It's absolutely pointless, because right now our cow... That's so sad. Cancelled my recall, man. What a rat. I guess I'll stake the scuttle now, then. Yeah. I guess I'll stake scuttle. I wanted to get good tempo on my next rotation, but because of that recall cancel, there's no point in not just taking the scuttle, since it's literally right next to me. So I might as well do that here. Gonna take the reset now, though, because I do need to catch my respawns here. If I would go top gank here, he recalls, goes bot side camps, I lose a lot. Which I just really cannot afford to lose that much. That's kind of crazy. First item we're going to go for in this is actually Ravenous Hydra. I really like Ravenous Hydra first on JAX jungle specifically. On top lane, never. I would never obviously do this. Just Trinity Force first, but Ravenous Hydra first is very, very nice. You can also go Titanic Hydra first technically if you'd like, but I just like Ravenous a lot more on this for JAX in the jungle specifically. So yeah, there's that. It just gives such nice, consistent clear speed. Get it first. Like, I don't really like doing the just get the tiamat and then go Trinity Force type build, because then you commit 1200 gold into a tiamat, which is not really going to be used for a big item. So at that point, I might as well go Ravenous. And Ravenous is just a very solid item on JAX regardless, so it's kind of whatever. He does get Dragon, but that's okay. That's okay, because, I mean, I kind of would have been able to contest it if he didn't ult cancel my recall, but there's that. We go mid here because we see this. Okay, just go for her then. That's fine. Click E at the end. I probably didn't have to ult that. I don't know why I did that. I thought just kind of just ulted a bit for damage, but it seemed extremely unnecessary. Yeah, whatever. It's not that long of a cooldown, so don't be too afraid to use it, but it was just kind of pointless. Okay, since we just killed Karthus, our best bet is just to simply go for his camps over my own. Since my own camps will be defended, and his camps are currently takeable, so I need to go for his camps relatively quickly here. Try to do as many as possible. This is just kind of necessary right now. Drag it in here. And then we're just gonna fight him. Stay with him here, and I'm just ahead, so he's just dead. Goodbye. I mean, this is just me getting very, very strong, and because he was just dead, right? Like, I just don't let him have his camps. This part about it is very important. I see a lot of people, like, a lot of junglers kill the enemy jungler dies somewhere, and they still give them their camps for some reason, which is just very troll. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, this is a little bit iffy if I stick around there. I'm just gonna leave. I also don't want to lose too much tempo in, like, the regard to my own camps here. And the Void Grubs will be spawning soon, so best for me just to clear Scuttle right now, take my topside camps, and then play Void Grubs instead of trying to, like, dive in Gnar, which is going to take forever, especially if Mundo doesn't shove his wave out fast enough. So I do have to keep that in mind. We're going to danger ping somewhere bot lane. There he is. Exactly. There's nothing for him to do on topside, so that would be very weird if he ran topside, which means the only place he has left to run is bot lane. Which should land him a kill right now, actually. Should be fine, though. 28 seconds of Void Grub, so we're just going to clear the rest of our topside camps. There is a chance now that if he contests my bot side, obviously it just takes that, but it's definitely worth giving up 2 bot side camps for the Void Grubs in this position, so I will do this. Okay, doesn't look like he's going for my camps. We obviously need to play Void Grubs right now. Getting these is huge. I am extremely strong at the moment. Like, my ganks are pretty straightforward, right? Like, you see, like, you just QE into ganks. Ganks are strong on JAX. You should not underestimate those. The only issue is his clear speed, which is just kind of entirely fixed by rushing a hydra. Whether that is going to be Ravenous like I do here, or if you're going to go Titanic, that's also fine. I would never really go Profane, because that's kind of trolling on JAX, because that means you'd have to build more lethality for that to really be worthwhile. And that's really just not it. So you're either going to go Ravenous or you're going to go for Titanic. Titanic is just a good auto attack reset stuff, which is not bad at all. But yeah, the lifesteal from the Ravenous I like also a lot on the sustainability front for JAX. Let's get the CDR boots as well. And then we go Trinity Force now. Let's get... it's going to go Sheen with a longsword disc. That's fine. Sheen gives me a bit more burst there. You can kind of do it like however you like. I usually go face Sheen and then components for this thing. Okay. Bot side camps are up in this situation. We have 124 for this. Karthus is top lane. I am very strong right now. Very, very strong. Basically, when you're in this position, you definitely don't want to give the enemy jungler much breathing room. At least try to avoid it as much as you can. So like his blue spawn here, for example, is something I do want to contest. I don't want to give him free farm. I want to contest him on everything because I'm just stronger than him right now. So it would be quite bad for me not to just press that forward. Let's wait in this bush for a little bit. We want to clear the scuttle here, but we also want to see if Tristana actually rotates down. There she is. Okay, she went for a different path. She want to rotate down for this bot shove. Like, my bot lane is completely shoving in there. So I see that happen, and then obviously mid's going to try to look for maybe a rotation on that. Okay. I might be able to look for a dive, perhaps. This is not terrible. Ooh, he lands those. Okay. Kinda trolled, because I cancelled on auto attack, but he should be dead anyway. Is my... Ooh, she's not dead either. Gonna die to Karthus ult, though, if he has it, but I don't know if he has it. There is the Karthus ult. Maybe a black shield from Morgana. Nope, dead. Fair enough. I should be able to finish the turret here at least. Am I gonna be able to contest this blue? Probably not. The death respawn there from Leona and Ezreal is pretty low. Can I go for the dragon even? This might even be risky as well. I'm willing to risk it though. I have the Ravenous for some extra sustain, so I can get my HP back. If I didn't have the lifesteal from Ravenous, this would definitely be very, very risky, but this is doable because of that. That's not really the move, to be honest. I'm gonna ult, get some resistances. Okay, good. Whew. Dude, I saved that guy on 1 HP. That was not really the move because our team's position wasn't gonna be good, and they could have all been in that switch for that fight there. I'm gonna focus the Karthus first so he doesn't get to rotate in and my support gets a chance to survive. Do I have enough money? I do. Okay, since I have enough money for the Trinity Force right now, instead of walking up here and clearing this, I'm gonna recall first and then walk out of base, clear this. This way I'll have a bit more, like, strength going into the next fight. Let's get one of these for in ward hop in case necessary. Yeah. Okay, Rift Herald, something I can definitely look for. Should walk towards it. She is starting it as well, so I just need to go there quickly now. We also have Trinity Force already. We're looking extremely good at the moment. Just make sure to hit the eye consistently here. Right here as well, you want to kind of keep an eye out on your Trinity Force as much as you can to try to like combo your W timer with it, so you have Sheen procs on your Ws for burst damage. Okay, we're going to try to punish this Karthus as much as possible by taking his camps. If he's going to walk into his jungle, that's fine. He should in a second here. I'm actually going to place the control ward right now. Okay. I respect it. I'm dead. I did not think correctly about Tristana ultimate ruining me like that. I am not gonna lie. That was kind of stupid on my part. Whoops. I was a bit silly of me. I'm not, yeah, fair enough. In this case, what item shall I go here? You have some different options. You can go things like Sterax. Shojin is a solid option. You can go Sundered Sky is pretty solid. I think I'm gonna go Sundered Sky in this situation here. Sundered Sky is just nice. Like the crit burst damage is very good. The sustainability from it is very nice. They're all quite squishy. So, you know, sustainability crit, it's just gonna do burst damage, kill them pretty quick. Like, it's gonna be a nice item here. Usually, like, if you wouldn't go like Ravenous on like top lane JAX, for example, you're pretty much always going to go like Trinity Force, Sundered Sky as like your core. If you're facing, instead of squishier teams like this is a pretty squishy team, right? If you're facing very tanky teams, you should go for the Blade of the Rune King instead of the Sundered Sky there. That is a better option at that point. But because I'm facing relatively squishy teams, I'm just going to send this. We're going to use the plant over the wall. And he's just dead. Okay, very good. Whoa, flash ult. I mean, I can't reset anyway. Let's see if he kills. Okay, that kills. I mean, since we got this, I'm just gonna go ahead and place the Rift Herald down. I didn't initially think this Rift Herald was gonna be a move, but because Malzahar flash ulted and killed the top laner, it's definitely a move now. Close the distance with Q, and I just start hitting the turret down. Click this thing so my team doesn't get it, and then position it correctly. They hit the next turret as well. And close the distance again with the Q on the Rift Herald jump, and I finish the turret, and then we have to leave. Anything more than this is pretty unrealistic. Very high risk of dying, especially with a flank from this position. I might be able to get the Leona. This is kind of what I'm waiting on. You are serious. Okay. Got okay. That was interesting. I accidentally clicked the plant. I didn't mean to do that there. Okay, this is like... I can't really go for that. I was like looking at that. Can I... Ooh. Don't get hit by that. I can regenerate quite a bit of HP off this, and then I might be able to look for a flank now. Oh, what a hit. What a hit, Morgana. God damn, that was a nice Q. I respect those. Very clean. Yeah, that, like, I was planning on, like, having him E or something and then me stunning him, but that binding just, like, sealed that guy's fate. He didn't have much left after that one. Also, another thing, by the way, more than half the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you are enjoying the content, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. If you are already subscribed, hitting the like button will always help me a lot as well with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, catch on the Leona. It's gonna be pretty hard for the enemy team to come back from this situation. Like, that Karthus just, yeah, it was not great for him at some point. Like, because I started pressing forward into his camps as soon as I got the lead, it became very hard for him to farm, which makes Karthus just, like, very tough to play at the moment. He's gonna need a lot of money to be able to, like, play this game at all. Okay, my team is kind of throwing a little bit, though. There is that. Also, clearing this inhibitor here means that they permanently get farm on top side, and they don't have to walk out of base. So they have a permanent farm lane now there, which is also something I didn't really want to happen. I didn't really want them to clear that inhibitor because of this. Because now it permanently shoves in, and then Tristana or whoever just soaks the waves can just stand there without having to walk, like, up until out here to be able to, like, get the wave, because the wave will shove back eventually, right, if you don't take the inhibitor. So that's not amazing, and we don't have any pressure really to try to end games. I am, however, in this position looking to take as many of Karthus' camps as possible. His jungle CS should not be allowed. I can leave all of my camps up, but I cannot allow him to get anything. Gonna put this torch down. Get the flash. That's a little bit awkward, actually. Dude, that CC lasted forever. Okay, fair enough. He just Mega Nard and I just got CC'd for the entire duration and couldn't move at the end there. Fair play, mate. Fair play. I could, in theory, go for the Sterax to counteract that here. I mean, I've already used my CDR boots very well, so I'm just going to switch to those so I don't get CC locked again. And then in this situation, SMR is actually okay. I'm gonna do it differently. We're gonna go for those, get the attack damage reduction, and we're gonna go Wits End next. Wits End also gives me tenacity, so instead of going Mercs there, I go Wits End here, and then the boots switch here will give me the damage reduction against Tristana, Ezreal, and Nara, I suppose. A bit of armor, a bit of attack, like attacks reduction, which is good. So this kind of makes me a lot more durable. And I also have my Sundered Sky finish now. If I was able to get one more hit on the Gnar before I got CC'd there, I would have probably won that fight. Because the Gnar CC is what basically killed me in that situation, which, I mean, is fair enough, but sucked for me in the moment. Okay, so instead of clearing more of our own camps right now, we're just going to go see if this guy's reds up and stuff like that. Shove mid out maybe as well, get the wave pressure there. Give the cannon to my ADC, I don't mind. I'm going to check the red first. This hits me level 15, but also denies their team red buff, so I definitely want this. Instead of like sieging, I'd rather do Baron in this position, because going for a siege right now is just pretty dumb. This is just full ARAM mode. Come. We want to force them to walk out of their base position towards the Baron. It is much better for us. Okay, we're gonna stand here, wait for the Gnar to walk into me. Didn't click it in time, apparently. He gets the flash, that's fine. Go. Do it. Like, you guys are trolling. You have damage on this. You should do it. This is a bit tough. Getting my team to actually do a Baron properly without me having to be hitting it at the same time is kind of annoying. Because they have Malzahar. Like, they should just be doing it from in the first place while I zone. Now, I should be able to make it still. There it is. Good. Can I reach that? I can. Focus the Karthus ult as well for a bit of resistances. She is running out, so I should be okay here. Finish him as well. Perfect. The exhaust doesn't really do anything there. Like, especially now that I have items, it's kind of fine. Can I get you? Woo! Sit down, buddy. Very good. I mean, that's a massive amount of Sundered Sky sustain, plus also well the crits. Like, those crits are huge. I'm actually just gonna hit top inhib here. I don't actually think we can finish the game here. I think I have to be careful. Karthus and Gnar are respawning. I am so low on health that I don't think that's endable. Especially considering Karthus ult would kill me, I think. Maybe I could have ended the game there. I maybe overestimated Karthus damage. I felt like in that position with the way our HP was looking, it was just going to be such an easy cleanup for Karthus Gnar. That I didn't want to risk a big flip, because if we lose the fight there, we give like quite a bit of XP, because we're levels up on them. It gives shutdowns as well. It's just not the best combination of things to give away. Into then potentially as well the dragon respawn, which was going to come up very shortly, so I didn't really want to go for that. Now, was it possible, like hindsight? Maybe yes. I think we may have had enough. Okay, well, that's a TP finish. That's fair. That doesn't matter then. But maybe hindsight it would have been more doable. But in the position itself, it didn't look like something I should have risked. However, though, 2100 damage there. Lost item here. I probably would have gone for a Death's Dance or a Sterax. Death's Dance is pretty damn good in this position, so I most likely would have opted for that. I had the tenacity from the Wits End, and I could have like bought the health potion thing for more tenacity if I needed that. But that's really about it. That was it for JAX. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you make sure to like button below, and I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing 23.7k damage, which is a very respectable amount. Being out-damaged by Karthus is not surprising at all. Just the Leandry's Karthus ult gets you so much damage, like it's, yeah, fair enough. True damage at 800, we have objective damage at 55.1k, it's very solid. Healing done 20.5, damage taken at 31.6, which is the most. Self-mitigated another 23.8. Gold earned at 15k here as well. For the runes, press the attack dealt 1400 damage. I go press the attack over Conqueror in the jungle because it is early game pressure. JAX is actually a pretty strong early game ganker. You have auto attack resets to proc to press the attack faster. If you would opt for the Titanic as well, you can use that as another auto attack reset. So you can auto attack W into the Titanic Hydra proc if you want to proc it very quickly, and the damage persists throughout the fight. Will it be a bit weaker late game? Well, yes, because Conqueror is just simply stronger like mid to late game. But like the entire early mid game, like early mid game will be stronger with press the attack, so you can land more kills, win more fights. Which is why I take it on JAX jungle. If I was playing JAX top, I would absolutely take Conqueror instead, but JAX jungle, press the attack. A Triumph for a bit of HP, bit of gold. Legend Haste for the ability haste. I value this more than the attack speed because the ability haste to have more jumps, leaps, Ws, everything is preferable. Last Stand for more damage in closer fights especially. Again, early game fights, Last Stand can inch out an extra 30-40 damage. Throughout the game, it will not do as much damage. If you would go like cut down or coup de grace, it will do more damage than Last Stand throughout the entire game, but Last Stand gives you maybe that extra 30-40 damage in very early game fights to be able to win those fights, and that's why I take it mostly. So, you know, also very close mid to late game team fights, I suppose this will kick in a lot as well, but for the most part, it will always look lower on the damage stat compared to a coup de grace or a cut down. Then here, magical footwear, not have to buy boots, so you can just rush the tiamat with all the gold you have. And then you can focus on that, and then Cosmic Insight for the cooldowns. Last item here, Death's Dance, most likely in this position. If I wouldn't have gone Wit's End, I could have gone like Sterax in this position as well, instead of the Wit's End. But because Magic Resist was actually kind of nice against the Carthus, we can just go for this with a Tenacity combination. Otherwise, you could just go Sterax here, and then at the end here, you can go Death's Dance still. You can even go for a magic resist item that is like a very tanky magic resist item. Something like a Force of Nature would be very good if the enemy team is very heavy on MR. Could be a solid option, but you do get resistances from your ult, so you have to remember that that is kind of fine. So building like more HP here is definitely doable because of those resistances. And on JAX specifically, stacking more health because of your ultimate that way also works pretty well. So you do have to keep that in mind. But Death's Dance is very strong. We can go, like, again, in this position, Sterax is good. Warmox could be used. Usually I would replace your boots with Warmox, like, very later on here for the extra added sustain and movement speed it provides. You can go Jaksho even if you want, because it's synergized as well with the resistances from R. So if you need, like, good resistances and if one item, Jaksho is good, and then you can stack that up, R, and then get resistances that way, and you should be good. But yeah, with that being said, that was it for JAX. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye.